Army, Navy, and the Air Force. Then we had discussed about first past the post system of election. In this system, there is only one seat that is to be filled, and this is very simple. The one who has gotten the majority of votes is declared as elected. Then we had discussed about general elections. Afterwards, I had explained about proportional representation. Proportional representation is a system used to fill the seats of Rajya Sabha and the election of the president. Then I had discussed the various organs of the president, the various organs of the parliament, which included Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and president. Lok Sabha consists of maximum 552 seats, and it had majorly elected seats and two nominated seats. Then we had discussed about Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is the upper house of the parliament. It has 250 seats and it is divided into two kinds of seats. First is nominated, second is elected. The election to the Rajya Sabha is done by MLAs. And the nominated members and the nominated seats are filled by the nomination of the president. Then we will discuss then we had discussed about proportional representation system. You will find this term proportional representation with single transferable vote system almost many times in the polity book. I had, I had explained to you the system of proportional representation in this system. The proportional representation system is used when there are two or more than two seats to be filled, and it is called as such because the votes of the votes are transferred. Then I had discussed about the president. President is the representative of the people and he is also the representative of the states. Then we had discussed about who votes in the election of the president, that is elected MLAs and elected MPs. President nominates 12 members. This I had repeated. Lok Sabha, two nominated members from the Anglo Indians. Anglo Indians means descendants of Europeans. Then we had discussed about major difference between polity and politics. Politics means nothing but fulfilling your interest. And politics, study of institutions in the country. There is another term called as political science. That is a different subject altogether. It includes political parties and the strategies they use to mobilize their supporters and everything. Then we had discussed about the different type of polities. We had discussed India is a democratic polity. Then we had seen about theocratic state. Example, church rules the country. Then we had seen about Oligarchic system of government. In the ancient India, there were Gana Sanghas. These Gana Sanghas were related to oligarchic form of government. Then we had discussed about the dictatorial type of state. Actually, the word is very funny, dictatorial. Dictatorial word has come from the root word dictate, which means to speak. There must have been dictation test when you were in the school. When you were in school studying for your course. Dictate means saying and speaking, but dictatorial means to get a rough idea. The dictator only speaks; no one else is allowed to speak. Then we had discussed about USA, the oldest democracy. Actually, in the oldest democracy in the world context goes back to ancient Greece. But in the modern term, the oldest democratic country, India is the largest democracy. Then we had started some basic things regarding the constitution. Constitution is nothing but the fundamental law of the land. It is also called as lex. In some books, you will find this word. Constitution is the fundamental lex of the land. So lex is nothing but a synonym to law. Basics. Constitution is the fundamental law of the land because it contains the basic laws or the basic framework of how our country of how our country is to be governed. Then it also includes the basic philosophies and the basic structures, organizations of various institutions. So now let us proceed with our today's topic. First of all, there was a question in the there this is a commonly asked questions in any interview test. 18, 11, 20, 23. Discuss today's date in 5 letters in a 5 letter word. So,
Sir,
okay, yes.
answer for yesterday's question.
What is the answer?
Bhutan.
Bhutan is not the oldest, newest democracy.
Then answer, sir.
And actually, last time that I had read, it was Burkina Faso. But whenever a new country is formed, now they say that we are a democratic country. So whatever the current affairs, suppose for example, Congo was divided into two parts, Congo and Democratic Republic of Congo. So there must have been different forms of government. So this question was a little vague. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of vague? Anyone? Any answers? Not clear. Vague means not clear. So whatever the fact is, we will get it. Because whenever a new country is formed, for example, North Korea, it has the words Democratic Republic of North Korea, but it is not a democratic country. Got it? 18, 11, 2023. In the interviews, they ask the question, Describe this date in a five-letter word. So, using your presence of mind, you can call it today. Now, let us proceed with our topic. Yesterday, I had said that we will continue with the preamble. Does anyone have any basic idea what a preamble is? No answers? No answers to this question? Okay, this is a homework for tomorrow then, or after 30 minutes, we will get to this topic. First of all, we are studying about politics and constitution. Before studying about the constitution, we should have a basic idea of how the constitution is formed. So, for making a constitution, there is the a special body. Con- in the case of India, it was Constituent Assembly. In Indian context, it was in 1934. In 1934, Constituent Assembly was first demanded by M.N. Roy. Actually, M.N. Roy had said that a constitution of free India should be made by Indians. Then, following this, in 1935, Indian National Congress Indian National Congress officially demanded it.
सर आपकी वॉइस नहीं आ रही.
Okay, is Hindi comfortable or we will continue with English?
इंग्लिश सर इंग्लिश.
Okay, so I have used this word 3 or 4 times till now. What does this word mean? And one more thing, I would like you to tell me, when was the Indian National Congress formed? These are the two questions, and you have 30 seconds to give me the answer. What does the word Constituent Assembly mean? And what is when did Indian National Congress form?
1885.
1885.
85.
And who was the president during that time? Okay, the first question. Let us get back to this question. What does a Constituent Assembly mean?
WC बनर्जी.
WC yeah, or BC?
WC.
WC. What is the full form of that name? Vyomesh Chandra Banerjee. Yomesh Chandra Banerjee. Now, what does a constituent assembly mean? Come on, anyone, give me the answer, please. If you don't know the answer, then tell me that I don't know the answer, then I will continue.
Chairman.
What?
Chairman, sir.
सेम है ना? ओके, तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली का मतलब पूछा मैंने. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली? वेरी सिंपल ना, नाम में ही बता रखा है सब. कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली का मतलब, कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली मीन्स ए बॉडी,
Constituent Assembly is a group of members who works to frame the constitution.
a body specially made, specially formed to frame the constitution. Because why should this body be specially constituted? Why should this body be specially formed? This is very logical. If something of an immense importance has to be made, then the people who are making that thing should be qualified. Or in the case of a democratic country, when a constitution is made, when a constitution is made, the constituent assembly should be backed by people, or it should have been elected by the people. The in the case of India, now the next question that follows is, was the constituent assembly of India elected by all the people? Give me the answer of this question. What is the answer to this question? Okay, let us take this homework for tomorrow. Indian National Congress. Then afterwards, when the Indian National Congress demanded this, that we want an independent constitution, but as everyone knows, the British government was not very sympathetic towards the Indians. This is very logical. If they give us power now, then how will they rule? Very simple, na? So they started that no, you're not able to, you cannot rule, you're not capable to rule, and all this kind of things. So we had to wage a very long struggle for our country to become independent and the constitution of independent India to be framed. Finally, the demand for constituent assembly was accepted by the August offer of 1940. Demand of constituent assembly, demand of constituent constitution Hello. So sorry, there was some technical glitches. We will continue with the lecture again. Let us continue. Let us resume our lecture. Demand of Constitution finally accepted by August of 1940. Now this fact is very important. August of 1940. And who was the Viceroy of India during that time? This is also very important. Now the major facts is 1885. This is important. August of 1940 and 1934. M.N. Roy. M.N. Roy is a pioneer of communist movement in India. He is related with communist movement. So this is all that you have to remember. August of 1940. And Lord Linlithgow was the Governor